Today we got the 2 VRs from Shadow Paladin.
Take a look at who I am now. I'm stronger than ever. And if you ever doubted me, you should've known better.
So we got another stream. It was a short one this time, but we did get very important cards. First of all, we have Nullity Revenger Masquerade, a grade 2. That is a VR for Shadow Paladin. Yes, Shadow Paladin gets 2 VRs. We've known this for a while now. So first skill, auto on V or R. When placed, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Revenger Mordred Phantom or Blaster Dark from among them and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your hand, retire one of your rear guards. Now, the interesting thing is that it searches for both. And also, the retiring a rear guard is not a cost. So let's say your field is empty and you write this card and then find a card, either a Blaster Dark or a Mordred Phantom, you won't retire anything if you don't have any rear guards. If your field is empty, you still get to search and nothing retires. Now, of course, if you place him on R, then you retire himself if you have nothing else. However, even if you have the main, you're basically sacrificing in the main a worthless 5k body for a Blaster Dark or a Mordred Phantom. So that's really, really good. The main is just there to sack, right? And back in the day, we used PBD and Gust Blaster to basically sack off the mains to then sack more important stuff from the opponent. And now we sack the mains for Blaster Darks, which then turns into force markers and loads of multi-attacks. So overall, this is a really good skill. It doesn't cost Counterblast, which is amazing because the overall deck did cost a lot earlier. But so now, not costing Counterblast is just really, really nice. And the thing we're gonna retire is in the mains, basically. Its second skill is continuous on V or R. During the battle, it attacked a Vanguard. This unit gets power plus 3k. So that means it will just be a beat stick that always hits and doesn't need to be boosted. That's just a nice bonus. The first part of the skill is really where the meat is at, I would say, because now we have a reliable way of having Blaster Darks. And we also have a reliable way of getting a good ride target. One of the big issues Royal Paladin has with Gancelot is that if you misride, you just don't do all that much. So being able to always have the correct ride is just very, very nice. Obviously, it's not always, but it's more reliable. If you don't have a Mordred in hand, but you do have this, it's pretty likely you'll find a Mordred. Speaking of Mordred, we also saw the other VR, Illusionary Revenger Mordred Phantom. Auto on V, when your Blaster Dark is placed on R, you get an imaginary gift force. So this isn't once per turn, and this is free, and it's not locked behind your opponent being grade 3. So that is really nuts. If you can place Blaster Dark after Blaster Dark, you're gonna have loads of free force markers just being stacked and stacked and stacked. That is very strong. And then second skill, auto on V, when it attacks, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, so that one is locked, cost Counterblast 1, stand all of your Blaster Darks, and they get power plus 10,000. So this one is locked behind both a CB and your opponent being grade 3, but that's fine. I feel like that at least balances it somewhat, because the first part isn't locked behind anything. So if you go first, you write this, you do Blaster Dark, you get hella force markers. If you go second, you get the whole skill basically, and 1 CB just isn't all that much. Overall, this card is very, very strong. Our boy Revenger is basically back. Now, if it didn't require your opponent to be grade 3, that would just be hella busted, I would say. I feel like the grade 3 restriction right there, it's the only thing somewhat balancing it. But even with that counterweight, I'm not sure how fair this card will end up being. Obviously, we have one more triple rare that needs to be revealed for Revengers, for Shadow Paladin as a whole. We did see the double R's, Claudius and Dorint. I didn't really like them. They are, I don't know, maybe if we get some CC or something like that, they just feel slightly more clunky than Maka and Karen to me. But maybe I'll end up being wrong. Maybe we still want to test, of course. But overall, on first sight, they feel worse than Maka and Karen. However, if everyone is looking for Makas and Karens because Shadow Paladin is like a hype deck always, then maybe they are a fine budget option. Or maybe the power they get is even better. I'm assuming the triple rare we're going to be getting is going to be a grade 3. Because they always try to make it so you can make a functional deck out of the latest set by itself. So still needing something like a Phantom Blaster Dragon from the old set just feels a bit off. I feel like we will be getting a grade 3 triple rare that will be like the backup ride to this deck. But yeah, overall pretty strong. If you are a Shadow Paladin fan, you should probably be happy. On the other hand, you may not be happy because so far it looks like every single card, apart from triggers, is triple rare and higher. You have your Makas, your Karons, your Nemains, your Swordbreakers, your Blaster Darks. I mean, you could also get that from the TD. You have your Mordred Phantom, your Masquerade. Everything is triple rare and higher apart from triggers. So I can see this deck becoming ridiculously expensive. Probably more expensive than Kagura right now. We may see our first $400 deck in Standard. I don't know. We'll see. For now, that's what it looks like. Maybe we'll get some more spicy commons and rares that are even better than the triple rares we have already. That changes all of this. But so far, it looks like a completely blinked deck, and Shadow Paladin may be the most expensive deck. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe to the Solemn Vanguard channel, and I will see you soon. Ciao.